Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler review series of videos I do for the one. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm gonna talk about the stuff. I'm gonna let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not gonna lie, 'tis the season. I mean, not actually today, but like tomorrow. It will be 'tis the season. It will be firmly 'tis the season tomorrow, which is the day I will post it. So really, I didn't have to go into this little explanation. I could have just lied to you all, but I just said I'm not going to lie to you. So there you go. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm going to yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, why wear super cool shirts? I always like to highlight super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my varsity shirt. Well, with the VRSTNY. They spelled it all stylized. And it's cool. It's got like a kind of Naruto style skull motif thing. What the fuck is Varsity? They are a band that I recently became aware of. Maybe, I think at the time I'm doing this, like about 2.5 weeks ago, something like that. Went out to go see a band called Nonpoint perform, and they were on tour with a few other bands. This was one of the bands. I had never heard of them, but I was pretty hopeful right out the gate because as I was sort of mingling amongst the crowd, like, there were definitely fans who were like dedicated Varsity fans there. And when you have dedicated fans there, even for the opening bands, that's a good sign. And true to form, they were fucking badass. I really enjoyed their set. They were a perfect accompaniment along with the other bands. Like, rarely have I seen such a well put together and cohesive lineup of bands. Like, every band basically just played into the next one. It was fantastic. These guys were super cool. Not only did I get a shirt, I also got some videos of their performance, just in case you're interested. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Well, like I said, 'tis the season because, folks, boom, Merry Christmas! We're doing Christmas soda because that's a thing that exists. I didn't know that existed. Can we get a thing? Ha 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 ha! Or rather, ha 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 ha! Yeah, okay. So yeah, Christmas sodas. We got on this side. We got Grandpa Lundquist. Christmas soda, Scandinavian Jule Must. And it's got a little thing on the back. During July, pronounced Yule, Swedish for Christmas, children and adults alike enjoy Yule Must, a unique, sweet, and flavorful winter soft drink. Created in 1910, damn. Yule Must was quickly embraced and continues to be part of the Swedish culture to this day. Start your own tradition by serving ice-cold Grandpa Lundquist Christmas soda at all your holiday gatherings and winter events. Jesus, that's a lot of stuff. And apparently it was bottled exclusively for Chicago Importing Co. in Huntley, Illinois. Woo! Go Illinois. All right, that's number one. And then this one is just says Christmas Mint Soda. And this one is directly from Rocket Fizz, which I've gone over there and reviewed some Rocket Fizz sodas. Rocket Fizz, they're a brand of like specialty soda stores. And they also go over there and make their own stuff. So, shaboom! Okay. And this one specifically is a Christmas mint soda, so hopefully it's good. We're considering this a Christmas special, by the way. But not the only Christmas special, because I have another one I'm going to film later, so you're going to get 2 tomorrow, so I hope you appreciate it. Or don't. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's start with the proper Christmas. You know what? No. Let's start with the Rocket Fizz, because I love mint, but, like, I'm guessing this is probably going to be the least interesting of the two, but we'll see. Let's open it up. And this isn't really going to be a direct comparison, I don't think. It's just going to be a dual review. But, you know, I'll probably decide which one I prefer. It's almost like sort of a wintergreen kind of smell. All right. Yeah. Okay. It's not great. Problem is like I like Rocket Fizz as an establishment. And you know, hey, I think it's great that they put out their own sodas and stuff. Sad reality is, though, most of their sodas aren't that good. They're they're very sort of just one note and then some sweetness. That's definitely the case with this. It's a very thin soda. And there's kind of a little bit of sort of, again, like almost like a wintergreen kind of mint. And then, honestly, after that, it's mostly just sweet. Like, there's really not much to it beyond that initial hit. And even then, it's like, I've had sodas with sort of mintish aspects to them. In fact, I believe the first year that I did the sampler platter, what my Christmas special, if you could consider it, was actually me doing a Rocket Fizz review for some peppermint soda that they did, like some candy cane soda. So this is kind of a throwback, I guess. And similar to that one, this just isn't that great. Like, I don't hate it. It's not bad. It's just very one-dimensional. Really not like a lasting, impactful soda. It's just kind of one and done. And for me, that's a shame because, like, I really like mint. So, you know, going into this, before I saw that it was from Rocket Fizz, if I'm honest, I kind of was like, oh, okay, you know, mint soda, that could be cool. It could have been. It's not, but it could have been. Yeah. And honestly, even the mint aspect isn't particularly outstanding. It's very meh. Um, yeah, I hate to say it, but again, this is gonna fall in the line with another of the Rocket Fizz ones where it's just not that interesting. You know, they come up with like lots of interesting flavor ideas, but like obviously like whatever I don't think they're doing it in house. They probably have another company that does it, but I don't know. I'm not sure how their operation works. Um, yeah, man, yeah, it's not that good. I don't hate it, but like it's entirely forgettable. So let's go to the one that I'm guessing is going to be way better. Hopefully, can't get much worse. Can we open this up? Okay, this one's a twist. Let's open it up. This one, I mean, come on, man, it's from 1910. It's got to have something to it. Whoo, that's a smell. That's a smell I'm not sure that I'm prepared for to put in my mouth. But here we go. It definitely tastes like it's from 1910. Oh yeah. Yeah, this definitely has that aspects that some of like the older sodas have, where it's like you could have probably could have gone over there and laced this with like some cocaine and called it a fucking cure-all, and like people would have sold it in drugstores. Whew, yeah, it definitely has a very old school style soda flavor. And mind you, I like old school style sodas. Like I love root beer, birch beer, Dr. Pepper, all that stuff. So this is hard to go there though. What is that taste? Ugh. It's it's a thick soda, man. Like it's a heavy soda. Reminds me a little bit of Dr. Pepper. This is definitely one of those things where like it's a combination of flavors to get this one flavor. It's not like just one thing. Um, I'll say this: it's even with the fact that I'm a little bit here or there on it. I definitely like it. The Christmas soda from Rocket Fizz is more palatable, but this is way more interesting. And for me, I'd rather go with interesting than boring. So, like, it has a very earthy vibe to it. Like, does it have like a pure cane sugar, caramel color flavors, hops? That's it. Hops and malt. Yes. Okay. I was wondering because I'm like, it tastes similar to something that I'm familiar with, but that I couldn't put my finger on it. And it makes sense they would have hops and malt because it, kind of has almost like a little bit of like a beer taste to it. just obviously sweetened and stuff and non-alcoholic. And the thing is, I don't drink a lot of beer. So, yeah, it kind of reminds me almost, what the hell are they called? What are, like, the dark beers called? Like your Guinnesses and stuff like that. I can never remember the name of them. Excuse me. Those are the ones that I typically drink when I do drink beer. Unless I'm just doing some basic shit, then I'll just, give me a Heineken or what the fuck ever. I'll just drink it. But yeah, this kind of reminds me of that, like with the earthy notes and like you can taste the malt. It gives it like, because I was thinking it almost had like a maple kind of flavor or something like that. But no, it makes sense if it's got malt in it. So it has a like heavier sugar kind of flavor. The aftertaste is weird. I do kind of like it though. It's one of those things where I think the more I drink it, the more I'm going to be down with it. The initial flavor is kind of, again, Dr. Pepperish, and then it sort of takes a little bit of a bitter kind of hit, which I'm guessing is the hops, and then you get that sort of thick sugar flavor, which I'm guessing is the malt. And then you get this weird aftertaste that is just kind of all the flavors at once. Barring maybe spicy, but like you're definitely getting some umami, you're definitely getting some bitterness, you're definitely getting some sourness. So thick you could practically eat it. It's almost like a bread. You know what? Yes. 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 Okay. Two questions have to be asked. Would I get either of these again? Would I go over there and recommend them? I'm going to go with yes and yes for the Yule soda. The Yule Mist. This is, if I were doing a full comparison, which is not really a proper comparison, like, this is basically the difference between, like, I mean, getting a Hot Pocket versus, like, getting, like, a deep dish pizza. This is simple and basic. It tries to invoke a Christmas aspect with just the least amount of effort put into it possible. It's very one note, very forgettable. It's not bad, and again, in terms of strict palatability, it's probably the one I could recommend to more people. But for me personally, I've had it, I don't need it again. It's one and done for me, and I wouldn't recommend people go for it. Like, it's even as a novelty, although it's not horrible or anything, yeah, there's definitely better sodas out there that you could get to recommend, to sort of be evocative of Christmas, or get yourself some cider or something like that. Whereas this, comparatively, this I'm actually down with. Like, it's weird, and it definitely takes a little getting used to. Again, with the sort of hops and barley aspect to it. It's, kind of, if you, like, the best way I can put it is, like, if you mix, like, Dr. Pepper with beer, is kind of, like Guinness or something. It's a little bit earthy, a little bit bitter, a little bit sour, weirdly sweet, and I can actually get behind it, because I do like old-timey sodas, so, like, I'm actually pretty much down with this one. Yeah, man, okay, go Sweden! Woo! Sweden, you guys kick ass, man. This is so weird. Now, here's the thing, if I was going to recommend this one, it would be a hard recommend, because it is odd. It is not going to be for everybody. The fine folks of Sweden, I think you've come up with an awesome Christmas drink. And honestly, like, I could see how this could become, like, a little bit of a tradition, Like, it has, like, a little bit of a special feel to it, even if it's a weird special feel. I can get down with that. But not everybody would. But I would still say if you have the opportunity, try it. Because it's cool that it's got that history, and then it is kind of an interesting drink. So, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your folks. Go over there, have yourselves a truly Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, with all the holidays, folks. Just all the ones. This one, obviously, specifically kind of Christmas themed, but I think there wasn't like a Hanukkah flavored soda. If there was, I mean, hey, maybe next year that's what I'll do. I'll try to find sodas that represent every single major holiday. Don't hold me to that. Final two things, folks. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you do, folks. Try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me, I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. And at the end of the day, folks, life can be frustrating and stressful and bullshit. Even on the holidays, especially on the holidays. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's very, you know, there's that huge disparity between, like, for some people it's the best time of the year, some people it's the worst time of the year. Regardless of what it is, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, I hope that regardless of whatever holiday you may or may not, you know, celebrate, I hope that you have a fantastic, you know, rest of your year, your continuous years. I just hope that you have a fantastic all-around life, regardless of the holidays. You know, and if you are somebody who enjoys the holiday season, I hope that it's a fantastic holiday season for you. If you're somebody who doesn't, I hope that it kicks ass anyway, man. You do like I do when I go, you know, I mean, when I have my birthday, I just go over there and order a pizza, get some root beer, and watch kung fu movies. That's my tradition, personally. So, it doesn't always have to coincide with whatever the holiday stuff is. So, all that stuff said, have a good one, folks. And again, watch for my second holiday special. That's going to be the big one. Bye.